Why you should stop telling everyone what happens in your life. Listen, the power of privacy in a loud world. We live in a time when everyone feels entitled to know everything about everyone else. Social media has created a culture where oversharing is normalized, even glorified. People post what they eat, where they go, who they are with, how they feel, what they bought, what went wrong, what went right, every single thing, documented and broadcasted to the world. But let's pause and ask, at what cost? What are you giving away when you constantly tell people about every move you make? What are you losing when you open your life like a book to be browsed by anyone? You may not realize it, but you're giving away your power, your peace, your mystery, your direction, your focus piece by piece. This is not about becoming secretive, antisocial, or paranoid. No. This is about becoming wise, about learning that your life is sacred, and not everyone deserves a seat at your table or a glimpse into your soul. In this deep and honest reflection, I will walk you through the reasons why you must stop telling everyone what happens in your life and what you stand to gain by guarding your journey. 1. People don't really care, they're just curious. Let's be brutally honest. Most people are not listening to you because they genuinely care. They're listening because they're bored or curious, or they want gossip fuel. Some are just nosy. They love stories, especially ones that give them something to talk about or compare themselves to. They'll smile, nod, laugh with you, then leave with the juicy bits of your life and go serve it to someone else. Or worse, they'll store that information and bring it up when you least expect it. You are busy handing out free access to your private thoughts, battles, and dreams, thinking you're sharing your heart, but in reality, you're just feeding the curiosity of people who aren't truly invested in your well-being. 2. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Every time you speak, you release energy. You're transferring a piece of your mental space, emotional state, and spiritual vision into the air. That energy can either land in the hands of those who nourish it or those who contaminate it. By constantly opening up to people, you're giving out unfiltered access to your world. And not everyone has the wisdom to handle it. Some will misuse it, some will mock it, some will copy it, some will silently hope for your failure just so they can feel better about themselves. If you don't guard your life, your energy will leak into hands that will twist it, crush it, or poison it. 3. Early exposure kills growth. Think of a baby in the womb. Why is it hidden for 9 months? Why isn't it exposed to the outside world from day one? Because early exposure is dangerous. That baby needs privacy to grow. It needs time, silence, darkness, and protection. The same is true for your dreams, plans, relationships, and spiritual growth. When you speak too soon about a goal, an idea, a relationship, you expose it before it's strong enough to stand. You let outside opinions, judgments, and energy interfere with something that's still forming. Not everyone needs to know what's cooking in your life. Wait until it's done. Let them smell the aroma of results, not the ingredients of your process. 4. The more you talk, the less you do. There's a dangerous illusion that talking about something is equal to doing it. It's not. Talking gives a false sense of accomplishment. It tricks your brain into thinking you've already made progress. You'll find yourself sharing the same idea with 10 different people but never actually starting it. You waste time explaining when you could have been executing. Doers don't talk much, they show results. The more silent you are about your plans, the more focused and productive you become. Your energy stays within, your mind stays sharp. Your momentum builds quietly, without distraction. 5. Silence is power. Mystery attracts respect. There is deep power in silence, in mystery, in restraint. When people don't know your every move, they respect you more. You become unpredictable, intriguing, harder to read. In a world where everyone is talking, the one who remains silent stands out. You don't have to tell them what you're building. Let them see it when it's done. You don't have to defend your choices. Let your outcomes do the talking. Silence doesn't mean weakness, it means control. 6. Oversharing invites interference. When people know too much about your life, they start giving opinions, unsolicited advice, criticism, doubts. They project their fears onto you, they tell you what won't work. They discourage you, sometimes without meaning to. Your vision becomes polluted by their voices. And worst of all, some people will actively interfere. They'll try to sabotage what you're doing out of jealousy or competition. By sharing everything, you open the door to confusion and disruption. Learn to protect your peace by protecting your process. 7. Life is sacred, not public property. Your journey is sacred. Your pain, your joy, your lessons, your growth, these are precious. They are not meant to be put on display for people to scroll through like social media content. There is beauty in privacy. There is depth in secrecy. Some things are meant to be kept between you, God, and your spirit. When you treat your life as sacred, you stop explaining yourself to everyone. You stop begging for validation. You stop chasing approval. You realize that the most powerful lives are lived quietly and purposefully. 8. Talking too much opens doors to envy and attack. The more you reveal, the more you become a target. Sadly, not everyone wants to see you rise. Some people smile with you but silently compete with you. Others pretend to support you but secretly resent your progress. When you expose your plans, relationships, income, or success, you might trigger envy in hearts you thought were loyal. This can lead to gossip, slander, spiritual attacks, even emotional sabotage. Silence disarms the enemy. It gives them nothing to work with. It keeps you one step ahead. 9. Your story deserves the right audience. Your story is not for everyone. Not everyone is mature enough to handle it. Not everyone will understand it. When you tell the wrong people, they'll misinterpret you, judge you, belittle your journey. They'll use your story to define you, limit you, or mock you. But when you tell the right people at the right time, they'll honor it, learn from it, support it. Wisdom is knowing who deserves your story, and when to share it. 10. You'll discover inner strength in solitude. When you stop sharing everything, you're forced to sit with yourself, to think deeper, to rely on your own strength, to listen to your intuition. You become emotionally self-sufficient, spiritually grounded, mentally stable. You no longer seek external validation. You learn to trust your process even when it's slow, painful, or uncertain. In silence, you meet the real you, and the real you is powerful. 11. Your peace will multiply. Oversharing creates stress. You start worrying about what people think, how they'll respond, who said what, and whether they misunderstood you. But when you keep things to yourself, peace floods in. You no longer owe anyone an explanation. You move freely, think clearly, sleep deeply. Privacy is peace. Silence is serenity. Mystery is medicine. 12. Privacy protects what's precious. Imagine someone walking around with their bank details, passwords, and private documents wide open. That would be foolish, right? But that's what oversharing does. You leave your emotional and spiritual passwords in the hands of anyone who asks. You make your inner life too accessible. Start protecting your blessings like valuables, because that's what they are. Your dreams, your healing, your purpose, your love, your comeback, your success. Not everyone deserves to see it. 13. You'll build a stronger identity. When you stop depending on external feedback, you build a stronger sense of self. You learn to validate yourself. You grow roots. You become someone who doesn't need applause to feel valuable, or agreement to feel confident. Your life becomes less about performing and more about becoming. Conclusion. Learn the art of sacred silence. Silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. Privacy is not secrecy, it is protection. You don't have to tell everyone what you're doing, where you're going, what you're planning, who you're dating, what you're suffering, what you're building. You owe no one access to your soul, so start keeping more to yourself. Move in silence, heal in silence, build in silence, love in silence, win in silence. And when the time is right, let the results speak louder than your voice ever could. You will be misunderstood by some. That's okay. You will lose a few listeners. That's fine. But you will gain focus, power, and peace. And in the end, that's what matters most. And as we come to the end of this journey, I want you to take a moment and breathe. Let this message sink into your spirit. You don't have to share everything to prove anything. You don't have to speak loudly to move powerfully. You don't need the world's approval to walk your divine path. Learn to treasure your silence. Let your growth happen in the dark. Let your success announce itself when the time is right. Remember, peace loves privacy. And your life, your dreams, your healing, your relationships is not public property. It's sacred ground. So protect it, honor it, guard it like the treasure it truly is. Thank you for watching, listening, and opening your heart to this message. If this spoke to you, if it opened your eyes or shifted your mindset, don't just leave quietly. Hit that subscribe button. And turn on your notification bell so you will be the first to watch our next video. Because we drop helpful videos like this one every day. Join this community where we grow deeper, think clearer, and live wiser. There's so much more ahead and I want you to be part of it. Until next time, stay focused, stay grounded, and always remember, your silence has power. Use it well. See you in the next video.